come back and have a seat, take a load off. And this is what Wakanga looks like. And this is what most of the Choltons look like here on the island of Cholt. And they have beards, some don't have beards, some wear headdresses, some don't. Some have huge heads of hair, big afros, some don't. And you are in Wakanga's residence. And he pulls you back, and as you're kind of looking at everything, he says, this is my life's work. Come back. Syndra is back here. She is resting and relaxing. We have much to talk about. And he pulls you back into a small room that has Syndra. She's kind of lying down on like a small daybed. And she's got all kinds of big poofy pillows and all kinds of bright, colorful poofy pillows all over the place. And there's a table that Wakanga sits down at, and a nice big fluffy chair. And he welcomes you and he asks you how you like Port Nyanzaru. How do you like the port so far? I hope it's up to your likings. Have you had a chance to taste any of the food yet, or any of the drink? We have all of the wines and drinks from all around the world. This is probably about the only place in Faerun that you can get all of that.
I could stand a bite to eat.
He claps his hands, and a couple of his servants come and he says, "Please get our guests something to eat and something to drink." And the servants, they go off, and it's probably about 10 minutes or so. And as you guys are talking, you guys are making just small chit chat. And Wakanga, he also tells you that he is concerned, and he also wants to help end this death curse, and he will help all of you as best as he can. If you need any kind of supplies, he says he does have a, he says, he does air quotes, I do have a monopoly on most of these items that you've seen here, potions, scrolls, and stuff. If you need a couple, I can supply you with several. And he gets up and goes to a bookshelf. And he also takes a small box off of the shelf, and he puts it down, and he actually gives everybody a potion of healing and a potion of greater healing. So I will go ahead and put some of those into the party sheet. So let me get those out really quick. Alright, so there are a total of 5 of these potions of greater healing. So there's one in there already, so I put 6. And then you guys can just drag and drop those from the party sheet in the upper right hand corner where the 2 silhouettes are. You can open that up on the tab on the right, hit the inventory tab, they'll be there. There's 6 potions of healing, and there are 6 potions of greater healing and 5 potions of healing. So you guys can take those out. And he also pulls out a pretty large tome.
And can you identify the potion of healing?
Oh, it is not identified. My bad on that. There you go. There you go. The greater healing's already identified. So he walks over and he pulls off this tattered, looks like a water damaged journal. And this thing is pretty hefty looking. And he sets it down on the table, and he says that he brought this out of the jungle 15 years ago. And he says, it is a journal that describes a wizard's explorations of various places throughout Cholt. But there is not enough detail to locate any of these places that he has discussed in his journal. There is not even a name. The author is unnamed. However, he did make many mentions of his only traveling companion, which he described as a construct that was a shield guardian by the name of Vorn. And I personally do not need this, but if you are going to help Syndra and all of the other dying heroes, not only of Chult, but of the entire land of Faerun, I am willing to give you this book, and maybe it could help you on your journey to find this artifact called the Soulmonger. And he also says one interesting thing about this construct is that it can be controlled. I do not have the control amulet, but it does take a control amulet to control Vorn, and supposedly this construct will follow you and protect you, because this unnamed wizard, he was very fond of Vorn. But as to where Vorn is at, I do not know, my friends. But I am giving you the journal, maybe if you find Vorn. Yeah. So he kind of pushes the journal over to the other side of the table.
I have a quick question out of game. How do I drag the potions over to my inventory?
Oh, you pick up the little eye on the right-hand side.
Uh-huh.
And just drag it onto your character sheet and make sure you have the inventory tab selected on your character sheet.
Got it.
And you just drag and drop whatever you want. And he says, "Oh, just one thing. If I give you this journal, and if you do find Vorn, would you consider giving Vorn and the amulet back to me? I mean, you may not need it anymore, but I would be willing to compensate you for it." I have this item right here. And he pulls off an even bigger book off of the shelf. And this definitely looks like some book of magic, maybe like a wizard's spell book. And he says, I've actually had this looked at many years ago. I've had this book for probably about 25 years or so now. And there are 50 spells in this book, and I have no use for these spells. I am more the alchemy type, but I would be willing to offer these spells to you, and from what I hear, there are spells of tremendous magic in this book, all the way up to, I believe, the 8th circle of power for magic.
I instantly say, deal.
But yes, there are 50 spells in this book. This entire wizard spell book is full. There is not one empty page in it. But I would be willing to give this book for the construct, if it works and all of that good stuff. And if you can bring it back, I'll give you this expensive spell book.
Think that sounds like a good deal.
Right? So look at that. You guys are racking up some quests, huh? I'm gonna add Find Vorn now too.
It's how we roll.
So what's that? That's 7 storylines that you have now. Nice. Banhawk in chat is saying rob him. Good luck. Good luck with Syndra and him. Good luck, guys. Let me know when you want to roll initiative. We'll make quick work of you. We'll roll initiative.
I'll be just outside waiting.
So what do you think, my friends? But does my deal sound okay? I think it does.
Yes, that sounds good, Mr. Wakanga. Hey, by the way, can you tell us of any interesting places around town here we might want to see?
Uh, all I can say is I love all of Port Nyanzaru. Anywhere is good to go. The food, and by this time the servants get your food back, and it is actually quite spicy. You're not used to this type of food, for sure, but it is good though. The the wine is great. Whatever you wanted to drink, you can have. And but he says, as for any hot spots, he says the entire Port Nyanzaru is one melting pot of activity. He says, I'm sorry I'm a little biased on that, but there's not one particular area that I like more than the other. I like all of them. I have interest in all of the different areas of Nyanzaru.
So I would like to show Wantanga the map that we have showing Mabulai or Mabalai or however it is.
Oh,
However you say it.
Mabala.
South,
Mabala,
south
yes.
of Camp Vengeance. Is there any other places like Port Narazaru on the island of Cholt, or is this the main place? Are there anything in the interior where we would be able to resupply, rest, recuperate?
I think that you could probably resupply at maybe Camp Righteous or Camp Vengeance along the river, which actually travels. The river flows from south to north, River Sachenstar. But if you travel south, you can resupply there. Also along the coast, there are several other ports that may or may not have any kind of maybe ships in there, maybe small villages. I know that Jahaka Anchorage on the west coast, it used to have a small trading post there. There used to be something at Shilku Bay, which is to the west as well. But I think that's probably it for the west. Now, as for the south, that is mostly wild, and I wouldn't. I mean, you could travel there, but there's really not a lot of resupply depots. Now, over on the eastern side, there is Refuge Bay. I believe that there is a small port there. Well, I think there's a small trading post, that is. And I think there's also something in Kitcher's Inlet at Port Castellax. But that was under attack by the undead, which the undead actually drove out Mesro. And Mesro, that civilization just up and vanished. Nobody knows where it went. Ooh. Talk about mysterious, my friends. But yes.
So you don't know a lot of the history or the current happenings on the interior of the island of Cholt?
What do you mean? There's all kinds of undead, if that's what you're wondering about.
Why is there so much undead? Is that something new?
Supposedly there is some ultimate power that is breeding these undead, and it's not just humanoid. There are undead dragons, there are undead dinosaurs, there's undead everything. As you can see on the map, and he shows you on the map, all of these areas are known locations to where the undead have hunted, and these are where other adventuring parties have confronted these undead. Some have lived, some have died. But they're everywhere throughout Cholt, and that is one reason why a lot of adventurers do not come here. And there have not been a lot of answers to the call for finding out more about this soulmonger and its death curse.
So the undead itself, the mass amounts of undead is fairly new to the area?
Oh no, they've been here for at least 125 to 150 years, because a century ago, way before my time, my friends, the town of Mesro, it was almost overrun by undead, and to save themselves and their future generations, as the story says, or the tale says, that all of the mages combine their power to teleport Mesro to another plane. But I know that sounds far-fetched, but Mesro was nowhere to be found. It is just a ruined metropolis now.
I don't see that on. Oh, I do. Mesro.
Yep,
I got it.
Mesro's over on the eastern side.
Got
right?
it.
Yeah, right here.
So it's just a bunch of runes now.
It is, yes. But I'm sure maybe there could be something maybe found there. I mean, maybe there's treasure there. I don't know. You are adventurers, so. So what say you, adventurers?
I think we should probably not spend a lot of time in a town and maybe head out since we're on a limited time. But that's just my idea.
Let's take a 9-minute break. Let's come back at 8:20. You guys plotting and scheming. I like it.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out best way to explore the island here.
Huh, you got Omi here. He's always plotting.
Well, I was gonna see if we could rent a helicopter, but I don't know.
Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
We should probably stock up on some rations, though.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Make sure everybody has.
You guys are.
Thanks.
I think we're all back, right? So I think we're all back. It's 20 after. Everybody get a drink and a bio and stuff, and I'm ready to get going again.
Oh, yep, I'm good.
All right. So you guys have actually got quite a few little side adventures. You guys have 7 of them at least already. Yes, you could find more. I mean, what the heck? You could find more along the way also.
I think we're trying to decide which river we want to head up towards Camp Vengeance, but I think otherwise we're pretty decided.
Okay, yeah, remember you have the escort a priest also, which you need to find this. Well, actually, the harbor master said that he would have Undril Silvertusk meet you up there because she's the one that is I guess she's in the medical. She has a medical profession, and she needs to deliver supplies down to Camp Vengeance, and she needs to get with Commander Niles Breakbone. He's the one that leads or is in charge of Camp Vengeance. So, but
Okay.
she needs to head down there, so she'll meet you at the harbor master for sure. She's, of course, as the flyer states, she will supply all of her food and everything like that. She just needs to bring about 5 to 10 crates of supplies down to Camp Vengeance.
I think that's the route that we're going, right? Everybody in agreement with that?
Yeah, if we do decide to take the escort her thing, which sounds like a good idea, then maybe going west to east, head over to the west side, and then go to east would be better.
Gotcha. Yeah, she also will pay a $500. Well, I'm sorry, $500. She'll pay 500 gold to. I almost said credits, but she'll pay 500 gold for actually taking her and escorting her down there. So that's a pretty nice little chunk of change.
Okay. So I think we should probably. What time of the day is it?
It is. The sun is starting to set. It's been an all-day affair now. So if you guys want to head out in the morning, or you can even head out at night. That's totally going to be up to you. So.
We gonna stock up on rations before we head out?
Yeah, let's find a merchant who sells rations. Just load up on as many as you can before we head out.
Let's hit up. What's his name? The guy we're at right now.
Watunga.
Wakanga?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wakanga.
He has. He gave you guys a couple of potions. If you need more potions, he'll sell them to you for a discounted price.
What about rations? He have a line on us getting some rations and stuff like that.
He says I deal in potions and also Squirrels. Unfortunately, I do not deal in rations. However, if you need rations, I will send a couple of my servants to get them for you. So, however many rations that you need, you guys do have a bag of holding. So, you guys could
we do.
probably storm in there, maybe?
And just so you guys know, we're not going to run out of fresh water. I'll forego my wine and honey and beer so we can make sure we all have fresh water every day.
We might need some mayonnaise.
Yeah. I was gonna say, Darg, you may need some mayonnaise.
It is humid here. Mayonnaise keeps the armor from rusting.
Oh,
Mayonnaise is great for feeding lizard men. They love it.
Oh,
nice. Okay, we should tell him to go get us some rations and at least a week's worth for everybody.
however many rations you want, just go ahead and deduct that from your sheet, and let's put those in the party sheet. We'll say that those are in the bag of holding. Is that okay? There's already 8 days worth of rations, so
That's for one person, though, right?
no, those were actually in there from when we stopped a month or so ago. So
No, but I mean that's 8 days for one person, right?
yes, yep, 1 day per. Yeah, so there's 8 days worth, yeah, for one person. So how many rations does everybody want to get? A couple weeks apiece, or?
I say we get like a month apiece, right?
Yeah, at least. Since we have a bag of holding.
I've got 20 myself. So.
You guys are doing it the smart way, because I had one party just go out with 7, then they got lost and they ran out of food, and then they were up to like 3 levels of exhaustion apiece. One died from exhaustion because they didn't have a forager, so they were in bad shape, man. And then they luckily stumbled across some rations and stuff at another outpost.
So you said we just subtract the gold and add the rations?
Correct, yeah. Add it.
What's the cost of a ration going to be?
I'm not too sure.
5 silver pieces.
5 silver? There you
5
go.
silver.
So two for 1 gold, basically.
So if each of us bought 30 days rations for 15 gold, we could throw 150 extra rations in the bag of holding.
There you go. I just put 158 on there, so there you go.
Okay, I have 10 already, so I'll buy 20 more.
So the bag of holding is getting pretty full. There's still plenty of room in it, though. So, all right, adventurers. What say you? You guys want to pick up this Silver Tusk?
Yeah, we want to escort the medical escort to Camp Vengeance.
Okay. Ooh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna see if I have any boat tokens. Let's see if I have a boat token.
I think she was a priestess of Torum too.
Yeah, she's actually she's a half orc.
Oh.
When you guys meet her, she is a half orc. Hence the name Silver Tusk.
Where is Markesh when we need him?
Right down,
I know.
Right down Darg's alley, right there.
I know.
Although she is a half orc, Omi has his way with those.
Omi.
Oh man, another half orc? I just can't see the shake 'em.
All right, so we'll take one of these.
It's your perfume.
Yeah.
Well, you have half in common, right?
Well, I guess, but it doesn't. I just don't think it works that way. But I don't know. We'll see. Is she a good-looking half orc?
Roll a 20-sided for me.
When you subscribe to Bugbear Monthly, you can't be picky on what the half
Wow,
orc.
she is gorgeous.
Wow. You like them with tusks, huh?
Yeah. She's pretty cute. 19. Yeah.
Maybe she could protect me from Brunhilde.
Brunhilde. You mean Brunhilde of... No, I'm just kidding. She doesn't say that.
Now you're cheating on her already.
Oh, yeah. She is...
Brunhilde's not going to like that.
She's going to be mad. She's probably already swimming here trying to find him. She's probably already halfway through swimming the entire length of the trip. I'm going to find you, Omi Barton. I love you.
Omi's thinking, well, at least I don't have to worry about the app work anymore.
All right, so you guys want to head down to? You guys want to leave the next morning, or do you guys want to leave that night, or what?
I have a vote for the next morning.
Okay.
Yeah, next morning sounds reasonable.
Sounds like a winner. We'll get. We've got 149 days left now. You guys get all of your supplies. The next day comes. The sun is rising, and you guys head out of Port Nyanzaru. And the harbor master, he says to you, he's there bright and early as the sun is coming up, Seaman Shen. And he says, "Are you sure I can't interest you in a boat, sir?"
No way.
This is going to be interesting.
So I pull out I take my little satchel off the back of my belt, right?
Mm-hmm.
I open it up, and I got this little folded up box in my hand, and I just toss it over my shoulder and say, "Activate spooner." When it hits the water, boom. Boat.
He says, "No, that isn't a folding boat, is it?"
Why, yes, sir, it is.
"Are you willing to sell it? I'll pay handsomely for it."
No.
"I'll give you 5,000 gold. Cold hard
No.
gold. 7,500.
No.
10,000, my final offer."
No.
Okay. If you ever decide to sell, you know where to go, sir. That is beautiful. So now I was wondering why you kept saying you didn't need a boat slip. Now I know you have a folding. Good day to you, sir. And he just shuts the door behind him. Boom. Good day to you, sir. He was mad he didn't get the.
You know how to influence people, don't you?
Yes.
Very nice.
Don't mess with my boat.
I like it. All right, so let's do 4. I'm gonna get a boat token for you guys. Let's see. I think I have some boats somewhere. I think they're under S for ships, maybe.
It's got to be a sexy boat.
How about I give you
A spooning boat.
Omi secretly stopped at one of the shops to make sure Shen had a good, nice looking captain's hat. Here you go, Shen.
Well, thank you,
how about a
Omi.
cool spaceship for the time being?
That'll work.
Yeah, it's sexy.
How about a cool
Yeah.
spaceship for the time being?
You're determined to make us play Starfinder.
No. I do like Starfinder though, but I love 5e too. So those are and Savage Worlds. Those are my 3 games, man, that I like. Okay, let's go 4. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and that's 1 whole day of traveling on the river Sachenstar. So, adventurers, I need someone to give me a roll on this wilderness encounter, and you could probably go ahead, whoever's going to be doing these rolls, you can take that and put that down on your macro bar, because we're going to be doing quite a few of these rolls. And seeing that you're on the river, you don't need to worry about water, because you already have access to water. It is a sort of like a brackish water, but it's still, you can still boil it and drink it. You guys pull over on the shore, you eat rations. So we'll go ahead and we'll take 5 days of rations out of the party, out of the bag of holding. So you're down to 153, and you've all ate. You've had enough water. You're good to go. There's no encounter. So now we are on day 2. So let's do another 4 days worth of traveling. Here's
Hope you guys don't mind. I got excited.
Here's
What, you just took over the rolling for encounters, is what you did.
all right. At the
I was going to suggested Ares as the lookout because he can fly, do the rolls. But I'm good
You
with
can do
Dark
that too.
rolling.
You guys can do whatever you want to. You guys can do this as your spaceship is flying down the river. I'll get a boat token. I got hundreds of boat tokens. So somebody give me a river encounter chance roll.
I think Dark did great. Let him go.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to keep rolling? You want to keep rolling though, that's for sure. So at the end of day 2, there are no encounters. Nice job. So let's do another day. I like doing this. I like doing this old school type of stuff, and I wish more adventures would be done this way. So it's sort of like a board game, and it's also a regular tabletop game. I like this. All right, so we're at the end of day 3 now, and we'll take out 10 more days worth of rations. So we're down to 143 days of rations, and at the end of the day, you are starting to come up on a location that is on your map, and it's called Camp Righteous. So as you're going down the River Sashin Star, you start to have what appears to be a riverside camp come into view. And this is as the sun is still up, but it's almost dusk, right? And as you are getting closer, this riverside camp appears to be abandoned, maybe? But you guys didn't think it would be abandoned because a couple people have actually mentioned that Camp Righteous was sort of like a small little hub. And this campsite is just strewn with wreckage. I mean, the tents are all tattered and blowing in the wind, and looks like there's mold all over the tents. A couple of the permanent structures appear to have been burned to the ground, and it's not smoldering or anything, so there's no smoke. It looks like this has been like this for a little bit of time. However, there are 2 intact rowboats that are tied off onto a short dock where the abandoned riverside camp is. Now, there's one.
I keep accidentally grabbing the boat.
Yeah, we went back in time.
Somebody did. So
I'm middle mouse clicking, but it keeps grabbing the boat for some reason.
I see that the arrows keep getting turned around and bigger and smaller. I'm like, I think these guys are having fun playing with the tokens. I'll just start killing characters next time.
There you go.
So, there you go.
Do I see anything out of the ordinary?
It's like, whoa.
Do
Yes,
I see anything? Do I see anything out of the ordinary if I'm up 30, 40 feet?
you do actually, because north of the camp, sort of like the northeasternish portion of the camp, there is a huge ridge, and on this ridge there is a huge 80-foot tall stone statue. And you're looking at it, you're going, I know this is not what I'm looking at. But as you kind of close your eyes and you open them a couple more times, yes, the stone is carved to look like a man with a crocodile that he is carrying over his back, to where the head is kind of resting over his head. And between the statue's feet, basically between his legs, there is a stone archway in his I guess you could say in his crotchal region.
Nice.
So
In the nether region.
there is a nature's pocket, which it looks like a dark tunnel between his feet actually. And to
Okay.
the left of the statue, you can also see that, which is actually closer to the shore, there is an animal pen, and you can see you can hear some clucking and stuff too. So it looks like there's some chickens and something chasing something around inside of the pen. And
Take
like
a
I
closer
said,
look.
Okay, sure. You
Trying to
guys
take a
wanna-
closer look and see what's chasing the chickens. Is it a person, a beast, or whatever?
Sure. So you guys want to maybe roll up on the shore then, maybe?
Well, I was just gonna do it from the air if I can see the pen from the air.
If you're gonna fly up, yeah, it looks like inside of this pen, there is a couple of swine inside, and there's a couple of there's a couple of these axe beaks that are kind of running around as well. So,
Okay.
and the
Beak is in like a large bird.
yeah, the axe beak is like a it's like an ostrich, like a flightless bird with long legs and like a very heavy wedge-shaped beak. And of course,
Oh.
they actually have really nasty claws too, so they can attack pretty nicely.
I think they're one of my cousins.
They're the bastard cousin of the Aarakocra. They
Yeah.
can't fly, but we can.
The black sheep of the family.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, they do a lot of heavy drinking.
The crows of the family.
Yeah.
so that's what it sounded like. Those chickens sounded like chickens, but it's actually axe beaks that are running around inside of the pen. And there's a total of 5 of them in the pen.
I'll relay that down to the party. Do you guys want to keep moving forward or examine the camp?
Well, we've been
What?
traveling for 3 days and haven't really had any excitement.
I'm
We could
all
always
about
ask
like
Mac
examining
to
this
stoop.
account.
Shen's
So-
like, can we roll initiative already, Dave?
Hey, dude,
Can we just
excitement
go
is
online
overrated.
And roll initiative.
Well, we're here
That-
right now, guys. We might as well check it out.
I'm tired of piloting.
Sure. Okay, let's get on the land for a minute.
All right. Okay, so let me show you guys what you see here. And since you're flying, I'm gonna let you see the entire area here. And let's pull all of your tokens out. You guys can put your tokens somewhere.
There's significantly more than 5 tokens on the board.
Yeah, I took a couple of tokens that shouldn't have been put on there, so. Oh yeah,
Hey, yeah,
I forgot to take some other.
My combat
players
tracker
out.
is full.
Yeah, I gotta take some of these tokens out. So.
So Zero, that's an interesting name. How did you get that name anyway?
It's a long story. Well,
Well, you'll have to tell it to me.
yes, I will. Let's just
Keep
say
hanging
my original name was Yancey Paul, from the Yancey Paul family, really famous chess player.
Careful, he'll make a spoon song out of your story.
I thought you were gonna say.
You gotta limit
Yancey
what you tell
down for a
Omi.
second.
Don't worry, Zero. You keep hanging with us. We'll take you from 0 to hero.
That's the goal. That's why I changed to 0. I start from 0. I'm heading up to 10.
I didn't even have you guys in the tracker. What a bad DM. Holy cow.
You've been 2-timing us,
I
is what
know.
you've been doing.
You've been off for a month. We'll let you slide this time.
Thanks, Chief. You're the best. So I got a couple of Aarakocra tokens here, and I'll put one on your sheet for you, Ares.
Whatever is good for you, it's good for me.
Oh, it's not for me. I got a couple more.
I see it.
so I will.
It's fine.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll show you the other ones that I have as well,
Mhm.
and afterwards I'll let you choose what you want. And that goes for you guys too. If you guys want a different token, I can make that happen. So let's see. I'll put all of your tokens here. There we go. There's your guys' tokens. And I think Zero, that was the one that you had before also.
Yeah.
So okay, so as you guys are looking around, the map is wrong with the smoke coming out of the fire pit. That is a burnt out fire pit, and the building that's halfway destroyed with smoke, that is not putting any kind of smoke off either. So as you guys pull up on the shore, you get the folding boat put up there, and there's a couple of tents to the north. There's a couple of larger tents to the east. There are a couple of latrines that you could see, which are here. This looks to be some type of temple, and there's a small encampment to the south. Now, however, this big, huge, in the upper right-hand corner, this is what you see for that large 80-foot-tall statue. And like I said, it is a human with a alligator on his back, and the head's kind of draped over his head. So that's exactly what it looks like. And you can see that there is the tunnel between his feet there.
So, out of game or out of character, is the statue with the alligator on his head? Is that the grayed out area? That's what that is.
That is correct, because I just uncovered I just uncovered the feet for you.
All right, sounds good. So, where is the person we're escorting? Is she staying on the boat? She ain't on the boat because the boat's in my pouch.
She is with you guys. Her name is Undrel Silvertusk.
Undra
And
Silvertusk.
she is an acolyte. She is a cleric, and she tells you that she's with you. You're the one that's escorting her, so she has no problem helping you out here.
Okay.
Excellent.
So what do you think, Captain Shen?
Well, I think we should search the tents out. Start with the large ones. If we find anything, then maybe we want to search the little ones. If there's nothing in the large ones, I think we go check out the smelly feet on the statue.
What
You
about
said
that
check
temple
out the
looking
smelly
thing?
feet?
Yeah, the feet's just sticking out that we can see.
I thought you said smelly feet.
I did say smelly feet. He doesn't have on Jesus sneakers nor nothing.
No, he doesn't. Here's Silvertusk. I also put her on the map with you guys too, so I'll control her. But she is a cleric, so. So yeah, there's a tent city. There's also the coops. There's a couple of latrines to the north, to the south. There's also a couple of larger tents, and it looks like an old burnt-out shrine or temple.
I think we should check out the round, larger circular tents. I'm not interested in splitting up the party to possibly combat people on multiple fronts. Just need to check out the tents as a group, I think, and that will make the searching of the tents faster.
Sure. Yeah, they look like a command tent. You know, they are larger, and it looks like it looks like it's organized for some type of, maybe a brigade or some type of military unit. So as you go up to the tents there, it looks like Omi is running shotgun, running lead, and Silver.
Yeah, Omi's our tank.
I like that. And as you go around to the southern side of the large command tent, it looks like that it is open, and you can also see that the command tent to the south has also been opened, also, you know, as well. So
Is the tent an opening open, or is it like
the flaps are kind
flap?
of drove. Yeah, the flaps are kind of on tied to stakes onto the ground, so you can just look right into them. And these things are a mess. It looks like there was some type of fight here, although there's no corpses or anything like that. No signs of blood. I mean, everything just looks like it's been tore up. You know, it looks like everything has been kind of looted too.
So does it look like it's been abandoned and just for a long time, or just recently?
Probably within. Give me a investigation check. I would say give me an investigation check.
Oh, we lost Dargonoth. Where did you go, Darg?
My game crashed. I can't get it to come back up for some reason.
Oh, just shut it down all the way and see if that will help.
While they're inspecting the front of the map tent, I'm just going to stay about 10 feet up in the air, just enough to see past the tents so we don't get it, like, if anybody's trying to come up on us.
Okay.
Not really high, but just enough to see over the tents.
Oh, we have 3 dimensions now. That's going to be hard for me to keep track of.
We have a Z-axis now.
That is awesome.
Hey,
love green.
Shen, you got my back. I'll go check it out.
Always Omi.
I'll creep in slowly. Yeah, I'll draw a spoon.
It's the preferred weapon of attack.
He's gonna be shattering using shatter on the spoons, right?
Take
Oh, of
cover when
course.
he does that. I'm just letting y'all know. If he says I'm holding up a spoon and bending it, duck.
I'll go in and go really slow and take a look around.
All right. So as you're looking
Or-
around, everything, like I said, looks to be destroyed. It looks like this place has been looted. And as you're kind of looking around, I mean, what else are you doing inside of here? Are you kind of going through things or what?
I want to see if there's anything left over that hasn't been looted that looks interesting, worth checking out.
Yeah, give me an investigation check. I do like that idea, so give me an investigation.
Hopefully, the mess hall is the one that's on was previously smoking.
Yeah, you find out that yes, there was a sign of struggle here, and there was a log from a captain, well, from a commander, and they were setting up camp. They were going to reinforce Camp Vengeance, which is down to the south. He says that they were kind of lost, and he thought that they were maybe another week away from Camp Vengeance. He thought that he was on the wrong side of the river. And then he goes into explaining that this camp was overrun by a tribe of goblins, and these goblins overwhelmed them, and they basically took him out.
Say, Shen,
And this was a regiment of Order of the Gauntlet.
hey guys, come in and take a look at this. See what this guy wrote here, and I'll relay it to him.
All right. Yeah, so, goblins, huh?
Mm-hmm.
An armed force got overrun by goblins.
Yes, he said that they were a formidable foe.
Huh? Must have been an awful lot of them.
Yeah, he said they were
Kabillion
definitely
goblins.
they were outnumbered probably 3-1.
Huh?
He said he had about 30 men, and he said there was well over 100 goblins.
Okay.
He said that they had the advantageous position of the height of the statue as well, because they were on the embankments shooting down on them, raining arrows on them, and then they took them on foot as well. They charged up from the north and charged up from the south. Well, charged down from the north and up from the south. So he said that the battle probably lasted about 12 hours, and then his last message in the book was, if anyone finds this, make sure that this log is taken to Camp Vengeance and given to back to the Order of the Gauntlet.
Well, we are in the wilderness, so
Well, let's take the logbook and put it in the bag of holding.
take the logbook. I think we need to investigate the statue some more.
I'm gonna come outside and see if I see what resembles goblin prints in the ground.
You can see quite a few now that you're actually kind of looking, and you kind of know what you're looking for. Yeah, absolutely. There's quite a few.
Guys, it looks like there was indeed a lot of goblins around here at some point.
And there's no goblin corpses.
No goblin corpses. There's no
Corpses at all,
corpses of the Order of the Gauntlet. No, there's absolutely no corpses. No.
Huh?
Maybe the predators got him and drug him off or something.
Yeah.
But it's kind of weird that there's none at all.
No.
Or undead.
There's a lot of predators here.
Yeah. Maybe we should check the other tent.
Hey, let's spend some time. I'm going to recommend or load up the option that we spend some time searching all the tents before we proceed.
And this shrine-looking thing to the south there.
Sure. Yeah, the burnt out shrine. Yeah, absolutely.
And don't forget the latrines. It's important.
That is
Oh,
very
yeah.
important. You could find a gold polished turd in one of those things.
Yeah.
So the burnt out shrine, it looks like the battle.
Did you see Darganeth's message, Dave?
No, I did not. I got something covered
He's
up
back
in my
in.
chat. Oh yeah, sure. You can get the map again. Sorry about that. I had another box over my chat that I put there. Sorry about that. There's the map to that, and here is the map of Chult for you.
Can
But-
you hear us, Dark?
It looks like inside of this burnt
Yeah, I
out
can.
shrine, it seems like a big fight happened in here, and it's a lot more evident because there's dried blood on the floor and whatnot. And this place definitely burnt down. You see quite a few of the lamps that had been knocked off of the wall because there's basically lamps lining every wall, all four walls, and on two of these walls, basically this is 2.5 of the walls. This is where everything just kind of melted from the heat because this place caught on fire. It was made of a combination of like both like a wooden structure with beams and also stones in between the beams. So yeah, it definitely has all been burnt out. Everybody whoever's in here, give me a investigation check as you're kind of looking around inside of the burned out shrine. And then let's see. Okay,
I'm still watching outside.
all right, so Omi's in there, Shen's in there, and it looks like Darg's in there. Okay, so and also Zero. So Zero, you actually find a silver holy symbol, and it's pure silver. It's probably about 25 gold worth of silver, and there's a ruined leather thong strap that would have been used as like a necklace. So it is a symbol. It does represent some deity. If you'd like to give me a religion check, if you don't have religion as a proficiency, you can do your religion check with disadvantage. I'm going to start doing rolls like that. If you're not proficient with something, I'm going to start doing the rolls with disadvantage. I think it's only fair to do that.
Makes perfect sense to me.
So yeah, you're not really too sure what symbol this is, but it is a symbol of someone. So all right, but it looks like it's worth probably about 25 gold, and I'm going to put that into the party sheet for you.
Okay.
And I
Anyone
guess
proficient in religion?
yeah, if
I
anybody,
show
I
the
am.
party.
yeah, go ahead and give me
Shen is.
a roll.
I show Shen the symbol.
Very good. Because I would love to identify this. Oh, I think it already is. That's a nice roll. 18. You don't have to put that in the tower. You can just go ahead and do. If I need anything in the tower, I'll let you guys know. So that is a symbol
All right.
of Torm. Torm. A symbol of Torm. And it is worth probably about 25 gold. But that's... you guys basically look through all of the rune, all of all of the rubble and the pieces of burnt wood, and that was all that you found. And that was.
I'm going to ask our what's the lady's name that's with us?
Her name is Silvertusk. Undrel
Silvertusk. Yes.
Mhm.
Are you not a priestess of Torm?
I am, and she says I would love to have this. I would love to give this to the temple once I complete my task here and get back to Port Nine Zaru. I would love to give this back to the temple.
Well, I wasn't offering, but
Okay.
as for the temple, do you know if there was a priest here or what people were here? Are you familiar with this?
I know that a lot of the Order of the Gauntlet, it seems like, especially with that journal, it only makes sense that it would be accurate because of the symbol here. And I'm sorry, I figured you were wanting to give that back to probably one of its rightful people somebody that would actually use it.
I'll leave that
Not
up to
to
the people
just
that actually believe
sell
in
it.
gods.
Oh,
I'll recommend that Omi give it to Silver Tusk.
Are you handing it to me?
I don't have it. He just showed it to me, and I identified it. So I think Zero has it.
Yeah.
Guys
Oh,
in the
it's not a problem. We've got plenty of holy symbols. It's totally up to you. I will make sure that it gets put to good use.
I'll just keep it for you.
I
Hey.
just hate to see it get melted down to silver and lose its religious value.
Yeah, 25 gold is just 25 gold. That's 5 gold apiece. It's not worth the effort as far as I'm concerned.
I'd say it builds some goodwill with her giving it to her. So
Right.
Yeah,
let's
I agree.
just go ahead and give it to her, guys, as I whisper.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Hey, Dave, I did something to my token, and it's highlighted in green but kind of grayed out, and I can't move it. So is there's what I don't
Can
know
you
what
move
it
it
is.
now?
Nope, nothing changed.
How about let's put a new one down for you and let's see if that will work. See if you can move that one. There you go. You can move that one.
Yep, I'm good.
All
Yeah,
right.
I don't know what I did. I right clicked or left clicked or something, and it turned green, and I wasn't able to do nothing with it. Sorry about that, guys.
I'm sorry. No need to apologize, man.
Are these things with the X's on them to our northeast there? The like porta potties or or latrines or whatever that is. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
spoon
those two
houses.
right here.
Yeah.
These two are latrines right here. Yeah, there's a couple on the northern side of the statue too.
Let's go check out the poopers, guys.
I think there's spoons in there.
Yeah.
You think so, Shen?
Yeah, that's probably where Mr. Spoonie's at.
Heidi ho!
You know, we can't take a chance on that, so I guess we're gonna have to check them out.
That's on you, friend. I done searched all the coastline of Flan and the Moon Sea for Mr. Spoonie. You get to check out the porta potties.
So Omi, as you get a little bit closer, especially to that southern latrine, you're like, oh, something die in there? Literally. And the door is actually locked. There's a piece of wood, like a wooden plank, that is put across the door in the arms that come up. And yeah, something smells like it died in there.
Maybe they locking something in there. I don't know if we should open that.
Yeah, I recommend you call to Mr. Spoonie. Don't open the door.
The door.
Hello,
You
Mr.
get-
Spoonie, you in there?
Hello, Omi Martin. No, there's no answer at all. Now the latrine to the north of it is not locked. It doesn't have there's a wooden plank that's on the side of the latrine, but it is unlocked, and you can pull the door open, and you just get a whiff of not just a normal like a porta potty or something like that. That blue water that they put in those things
Love the
smells
smell
all.
of a train in the morning.
Yeah. But the other one, it's got the board across the front of it, kind of locking something, maybe keeping something in or something.
Any of
So
you
is this-
guys need to use one of these?
Is this like a solid structure? Can we shake it?
Yeah, I
There
will-
we go.
I love
Rock it over.
I love it, Shen. Yeah, we used to do that as a kid on construction sites and stuff. We used to
Yep.
push those damn things over, and like blue would just pour out everywhere. It was awesome. But yeah, you can shake the one to the north. It's pretty light, but the one that is that actually has the board across it, it is pretty heavy. It is
Well,
definitely pretty heavy.
When
There's
we
something
shake
inside of
it, when we go to shake it, nothing moves inside.
yeah,
I
something
mean,
kind of is like banging around inside.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
But it doesn't seem like it's alive. It's not like you're getting any kind of reaction out of it
Oh,
or
okay.
anything. There's a lump of something in there for sure. And that's probably, and as you guys are pushing this thing around, the smell just gets
Yeah.
a lot worse.
Ugh, I'm gonna have to back off here for a bit, guys. That smell's getting to me.
Does it smell like Madame Fiona's after the magical note, or does it smell like something decaying?
It smells like something decaying, Shen.
You know, it could be one of the gauntlet guys. The goblins might have put him in there. I mean, I'd hate to leave him in there.
Well,